Getting rich isn't what you think. It's 20% knowledge and 80% action. And if you're watching this, you're already ahead of the 99% of people who just sit around waiting for the perfect time to start. Because today, I'm giving you the exact step-by-step plan how I'd rebuild my portfolio from $0 if I lost everything. No guesswork, no fluff, just a very clear strategy you can follow to start investing with confidence. We're gonna be covering the mindset that you need to have when it first comes to investing, what accounts you should actually start investing in, because there are several out there to choose and not everyone is going to be right for you. And lastly, we're gonna be talking about what to actually invest in. And trust me, that last step is one of my favorite steps to talk about. So keep watching. Imagine waking up just 1 year from now knowing you've made every right money move. No more stressing about where to invest, no more what ifs, just consistent, steady growth towards your rich life. Here's the truth. Most people will never take action. They'll think about it, but they won't actually do it. They'll keep waiting for the perfect moment, second guessing every single decision. And 5 years from now, they'll still be stuck. Don't be one of them. Timestamps are below if you want to skip around, but remember, time is our most valuable asset, so let's make sure to use it wisely. Welcome back to Priceless Today. My name is Taylor Price, where we believe getting rich is a decision, not a dream. And when you hit that subscribe button, you join the rebellion where excuses die and money thrives. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start thriving, you are in the right place. Now, let's get rich and get into it. Before I jump into the exact steps, there's something important we need to talk about, and it's our mindsets. Because here's the deal. You can have the best investing strategy in the entire world, but if your mindset isn't right, none of it will really work. Getting rich isn't about luck. It's not about being born into money, timing the market perfectly, or finding the next hot stock. Quite honestly, it's about consistency and making smart decisions over and over again, even when it feels boring, even when the market is down, even when everybody around you is panicking. So if you're willing to play the long game, you are going to get rich. It's literally inevitable. Second, a lot of people think investing is highly risky, but you know what actually is risky? Not investing. Because if you're just saving money in a bank account, inflation is eating away at it every single year. I want to put this into context for you. $10,000 into a savings account today won't buy you the same things 10 years from now. But if you invest that same $10,000, it could double, triple, or even more. So the real risk isn't investing, it's waiting too long to start. Let's be real too. Most people never get rich because they try to time the market. No one can do this, not even the pros. They get scared and sell when markets drop. All right, this is the worst time to typically sell. And they try to overcomplicate everything. You don't need to be a stock picking genius to win at this game. If you can avoid those mistakes, you're already ahead of most of the people out there. All right, now that you're in the right rich mindset, let's jump into step number 1. If I had to start from scratch, I'd immediately contribute enough to get my full 401k employer match. Why? Because it's free money. Let's say your employer matches 100% of your contributions up to 5%. If you make $50,000 a year and contribute 5%, about $2,500, your employer gives you another $2,500 for free. Over 10 years, that's at least $25,000 of free money without even considering the investment growth. And what people don't understand is This free money is literally doubling your investment instantly. Do not skip this step. It's like turning down free money at work. Who does that? All right, quick reality check. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Taylor, I don't have enough money to start investing right now. And I get it, I've been there, but here's the thing. Even small amounts add up. Let's say you can only invest $50 a month. That might not sound too much, but over time with compound interest, it can turn into tens of thousands of dollars. The key is just to start, because the biggest mistake is waiting too long. All right, let's move on. Real quick, I do want to mention this content is free for you, and me and my team spend hours every week putting this together to help as many people as possible. So if you're finding this video helpful so far, the best way you can support us is to like this video so more people like you can see it. All right, step number 2. If I had to start from scratch, I would not open up a regular brokerage account first. Instead, I'd open up this one. It's a Roth IRA, and here's why. Since you've already paid taxes on the money you contributed, all your investment earnings grow completely tax-free. That means when you retire, you keep 100% of your money. No taxes, no surprises. With a 401k or a traditional IRA, the government forces you also to start withdrawing money at age 73. But with a Roth IRA, you can let your money grow forever, at least at the time of this video being recorded. Need cash in an emergency? Absolutely no problem. You can withdraw your contributions, not your earnings, at any time without penalties or taxes. But do not make this a habit. This is your future wealth, and AKA the blueprint to getting rich. Be real for a second. Do you think taxes will be lower in the future? Probably not. So by investing in a Roth IRA now, you lock in today's tax rates and avoid paying more later. I actually did an entire video breaking this down, Roth IRAs in depth, so if you want more details on this, I've got it linked above and in the description, so go check that out after this video. Okay, so before we move on, let's just pause for a second and go into talking about mindset, because what I'm about to share next is not only effective if you commit to the long game, it will work for you. And one of the biggest reasons why people fail at investing is because they let their emotions take over. They see the market drop, they panic, and they sell at the worst possible time. And a quick story here, I know someone who bought into the stock market in 2021 when everything was at all-time highs. Then in 2022, the market dropped, and what did they do? They sold everything at a loss. If they had just held on, they'd be up 30 to 40% today. And the moral of the story, the stock market will go up and it will go down. That's normal. What your job is, our job is to invest consistently and stay the course. Stick with the motherfucking plan. All right, let's get into the next step. Step number 3. Now, before I jump into this step, I need to make one thing very, very crystal clear. A brokerage account is amazing for getting rich, but it is not the first place you should invest your money. Why? Because it has 0 tax advantages. If you are not maxing out your tax advantaged accounts first, you're literally leaving free money on the table. So you might be asking, why exactly is this my third priority? Let me explain. First, I get my 401k employer match free money. If my employer is giving me free money through a 401k match, I take it. Not taking the match is literally turning down free money. So before I invest anywhere else, I contribute enough to get my full employer match. Second, I max out my Roth IRA, tax-free growth. With a Roth IRA, my investments grow 100% tax-free, and I never have to pay taxes on withdrawals in retirement. Once the year ends, I lose the ability to contribute that year's limit forever. So before I put $1 into a brokerage account, I make sure I max out my Roth IRA. Then, and only then, I open up a brokerage account for unlimited investing. So once I maxed out my Roth IRA and got it into my 401k match, only then do I put money into a brokerage account, because brokerage accounts have no limits. I can invest as much or as little as I want at any time without any restrictions. But there's a catch. Unlike a Roth IRA or 401k, you have to pay taxes on your gains, aka your profits. You don't get any tax breaks at a profit. You do sometimes at a loss. Withdrawals are also not tax-free. That's why this is priority number 3, not priority number 1. I want to max out the tax-free options before putting money into any account that Uncle Sam is going to tax me on later. Let's chat about when a brokerage account is actually the right move for you. So a brokerage account is great for 2 things. First, you've already maxed out your Roth IRA and 401k match and still have extra money to invest. First off, if that's in your position right now, we're celebrating, go you. Second, if you want more flexibility, unlike a retirement account, you can withdraw money at any time. So the bottom line here, I use a brokerage account for extra investing, but only after I've taken advantage of my tax-free options. Now, if you think step 3 is smart, just wait until I break down why step 4 is the absolute key for long-term wealth. So let's go. And again, if you found this video helpful so far, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We post every single week to help you thrive, not just survive. So let's get into the most exciting part, at least for me, how I'd actually invest that money. Because let's be honest, this is where most people freeze. They overthink, overanalyze, and then do nothing. But I'm here to tell you, investing does not have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler your strategy, the better your results. Listen to this carefully. The people who get rich from investing are not the ones trying to pick the next best Amazon or Google or Bitcoin. They're the ones who invest consistently in simple, proven strategies and let time do the heavy lifting. So here's exactly what I would do. And once again, I have an entire video on this breakdown in much further detail. But for those of you watching this video, we'll do a quick rerun. 80 to 90% in broad market index funds like VOO or the S&P 500, which owns the top 500 companies in the US. VTI as well too, another one. This is a total stock market fund. Owns the entire US stock market, low fees, high diversification, and historically very strong, solid returns. Now, I'd invest maybe 10 to 20% in individual stocks. This is the optional risk-taking portion. Only well-known, solid companies like Apple, Amazon, Google. This is not my main portfolio, just a small portion for calculated risks. And here's the number 1 mistake I see people making when it comes to investing. People spend weeks, months, or even years trying to find the perfect investment strategy. And while they're stuck in analysis paralysis, they miss out on thousands of dollars in growth. They keep their money sitting in cash, losing value to inflation. They watch others build wealth while they're still researching. Meanwhile, the person who just bought VOO or VTI and did nothing, they're most likely making money. They're getting rich, they're building wealth, they're winning the long game. And let's do some quick math here. If you invested $500 per month into VOO, earning an average of 10% per year, in 20 years, you'd have over $350,000. In 30 years, over $1 million. And what did you have to do? Pretty much nothing. just set it and forget it. Just invest consistently and let time do its thing. Investing is not about being the smartest person in the room. I have to say it. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. So don't waste time trying to time the market perfectly. Just start. And if you're just getting started and need a user-friendly investing platform, I've linked my favorite in the description below. So make sure to go to pricelesstay.com/brokerage to see my latest recommendation. So you've seen the blueprint. You understand the power of long-term investing, and maybe you're still feeling a little hesitant. That's normal, but remember, investing isn't about avoiding market dips. It's about understanding them. The key is to educate yourself. Start small, stay consistent. Subscribe for weekly videos that help you thrive financially, not just survive. And if anybody asks you, you learn this from following Priceless Tay on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.